Happy 4th of July everybody. Today is July 4th 2022. I hope everyone is being safe, and when we celebrate today, I hope everyone remembers what we were exactly celebrating when we say we're celebrating our independence. At one point in time this country was occupied by the British Redcoats. They wanted to tax the people without representation. Well-regulated militias fought off the tyrannical government Great Britain. As we see today, they try to demonize the gun culture that was built in America. Our Second Amendment and our First Amendment have been under attack for quite some time. Not to mention the cartel loves that our southern borders wide open. Our officials know that drugs and the guns and the human trafficking comes through the southern border. We have to ask ourselves, why do they allow this? When we voted to have a wall built, the Democrats voted against the wall. Joe Biden put a stop to it his first week in office. Meanwhile, we had 91,000 overdose deaths in 2020 to 2021. We also had 400 missing people reported in 2020 to 2021. This is clearly from having a wide-open southern border. How come if you're proud to be an American and you support the Second Amendment nowadays, you're labeled a bad person? Our country is more divided now than it's ever been before. The powers that be worked really hard at dividing this nation. They definitely don't want a strong unified population. Instead, they want us in small groups fighting each other. There was a saying in this country at one time, united we stand or divided we fall. So while we're here at home, we're worried about critical race theory, and other countries are building alliances to crash the American dollar. BRICS is an acronym for 5 countries that created an alliance to oppose NATO. BRICS is made up of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These 5 countries no longer want to accept the US dollar as a world reserve currency. BRICS already has its own banking system in a digital dollar. It was set up by well-known players of the IMF, and I'm looking for a World Bank Plus. They have told us they are committed to Agenda 2030. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. We have to remember that this country was built on the sweat and blood from our founding fathers. They fought for the rights that we have today as Americans. Currently today, we're living in what we call a nanny state. What does this mean? A government that makes decisions for its people, that has an excessive interest in control over the welfare of its citizens. Don't this sound like our country today? We need to ask ourselves this question. Do I know my rights that were granted to me by being American? How do we stand up for our rights when we don't know what they are? I bet your school didn't teach you this as much as they should have. Instead, our kids get taught that America is bad and that they are winners just for showing up. Nowadays they give trophies to both teams. There are no winners, there are no losers. What does this tell the kids that work extra hard to be a winner? What kind of men do you think this creates? The difference is, in 1950 18-year-olds were ready to storm the beach of Normandy, which was certain death. Nowadays 18-year-olds are hiding in their bedrooms scared to go outside, cause they don't want to get their feelings hurt. They also do not know whether they are a man or a woman. And as of today, China is our biggest enemy. They also would like 5 more years of lockdowns. Meanwhile, the American economy is in the gutter, and Russia's economy is thriving. They even raised their minimum wage by 10% in Russia. Putin has cut off our fuel supply, which could also cut off our food supply. Putin also stated he thinks Biden is committing economic suicide. I mean, is he wrong? We are living in scary times. Why are they shutting people's power off? Why is our border wide open? Why are they shipping tons of fentanyl in that kills thousands each year? It's sickening. Why is our First and Second Amendment under attack? They have the technology to replace all the workers for Amazon and Walmart right now. The new world order is here. They want one world government, a world social credit score, in a universal basic income plus a carbon tax on you and me. Remember, they told us you will own nothing and be happy it's a corporate world takeover. They also told you were non-essential. What does this mean for you and me? We need to share this info and get the word out to our friends and family. We are in a war of information. Don't forget, China's doctrine was they will be able to destroy America by 2025 without firing a shot. When will we start to care? When the nukes start to drop, the global elite have planned for America's demise. Biden has printed $8 billion more into circulation and has picked a fight with the world nuclear power. Russia believes the new alliance that they have built, called BRICS, can be the new world reserve currency over the dollar. If this happens, it would be really bad news for the way of life for every American in this country. Putin has stated that this would be the end of NATO's world supreme power and overreach in the world. These bigger countries no longer want to accept the US dollar. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. They have the technology to replace all the workers for Amazon and Walmart right now. We are in the beginning stages of the Great Reset. This is why gun control is their main priority right now. They understand that red-blooded Americans will not stand for what they have in store for us. We need to share this information with our friends and family. We are in the middle of an information war.